Good evening, bienvenidos, and thank you to everyone here today endeavoring towards a better, more just future for our country and our world. In a time when millions of people in the United States are looking for deep, systemic solutions to our crises of mass evictions, unemployment, and lack of health care, en el espíritu del pueblo and out of a love for all people, I hereby second the nomination of Senator Bernard Sanders of Vermont for President of the United States of America.
Bienvenidos. Now, I know, it's tradition for someone to nominate the person who came second as presidential nominee in the Democratic Convention, but I think this one was a little more than that. I think this one symbolized something more than that. I think this one showed that the future of the Democratic Party is with the Justice Democrats and not with Schumer, Biden, Pelosi, or Harris, aka the Democratic establishment. I think the squad has taken over the Democratic Party and will eventually transform it into a socialist radical party. Ocasio-Cortez 2028? Let's get into it. I was a Democrat most of my life. In fact, I'm ashamed to admit this, but I voted for crooked Hillary. It wasn't until 2018 that I started distancing myself from the Democratic Party when AOC got elected and the identity politics started coming into play, and I started feeling like I didn't agree with many of the things they said. And AOC was very loud, and none of the other Democrats seemed to disavow anything that she was saying. AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, and Ayanna Pressley all were elected in 2018. I and many others were shocked and believed that they will be promptly replaced in the next election due to their defund the police, abolish ICE, defund Israel anti-Semitic rhetoric. But, boy oh boy, were we wrong. They all won re-election by massive landslides. After winning re-election, Tlaib said, "The squad is here to stay." Yep, unfortunately it is. And even worse, the squad is expanding. The newest member of the squad is Cori Bush. She actually ran in 2018 and got absolutely destroyed. But now, due to the squad's political power, she won by a landslide. And who is Cori Bush? Why did she become prominent? Why did she get this seat? Well, she became known because she was a Black Lives Matter activist. More specifically, she was a Black Lives Matter activist during the Michael Brown shooting. The Michael Brown shooting was the hands up, don't shoot, where the media claimed that a black unarmed man was unjustifiably shot by the police. However, after lots of riots and protests, we saw that the hands up, don't shoot was actually a lie. What actually happened is Michael Brown reached in the police car, punched the cop in the face, tried to get his gun. While this altercation happened, a shot was fired, and it was after that he was shot and killed.
It is the mantra of a movement started in Ferguson, Missouri, after the shooting of unarmed black teenager Michael Brown by white police officer Darren Wilson. Hands up, don't shoot spread across America like wildfire, from Ferguson to New York to Los Angeles. Hands up, don't shoot! To the halls of Congress, to the NFL football field, even CNN contributors throwing up their hands. There's only one problem.
It's no good. It's not true. It is either based on a lie or based on a misinterpretation of what happened.
Federal and local authorities say the evidence shows hands up, don't shoot didn't happen. The final Department of Justice report concludes Michael Brown's hands were not up in surrender when he was shot and killed by Officer Wilson. But few have read the nearly 100-page report. We did. Here's what the witnesses closest to the incident who spoke to federal investigators and the grand jury say. Witness 102, a biracial male, for sure that Brown's hands were not above his head. Witness 103, a black male, reluctant to meet with FBI agents, stating snitches get stitches, eventually did talk. He had one of the best views of the shooting and says he did not see Brown's hands up and witnessed Brown moving fast towards Wilson. Witness 104, a biracial female with a clear view of the scene, says she heard the shots fired inside Wilson's car that hit Brown in the hand. She then saw Wilson hop out of the car and yell, "Stop, stop, stop." Brown ran, then turned around, and for a second began to raise his hands as though he considered surrendering, but then quickly balled up his fist and charged at Wilson. In a stunning admission, she told investigators Wilson waited a long time to fire his gun, adding, "She would have fired sooner."
And that's why Cori Bush became famous, protesting the hands up, don't shoot. But what about her policies? What does she stand for? Well, you could have guessed it. Abolish the police, abolish ICE, defund Israel, free rent, free healthcare, free education, free everything, white supremacy everywhere. That's Cori Bush, newest member of the squad. And then there's one more, Jamal Bowman. Now this guy, I think I could get along with him. Unlike the other members of the squad, he actually has life experience. He was a middle school principal. And he seems like a decent guy to speak with. Now, of course, I don't know what he's like, but that's what he seems like. Now, yeah, he has said he wants to defund the police like the rest of the squad, but at least he's not fully anti-Semitic, you know? He wants to keep funding military aid to Israel. So that's at least a good thing. The guy has an open mind. So what does this mean for the Democratic Party? There are clear divisions between the establishment Democrats and the new progressives, who are slowly but surely taking over the party. Now, Biden's platform is not radical. They're with Israel. They don't support any anti-Semitic rhetoric. But as we know, and as Biden has claimed himself, he's just a transition candidate. A transition for a more progressive left. Progressive. For a more radical left. A left that does not believe in freedom of speech. A left that does not believe in freedom to contract or in basic liberties whatsoever. A left that wants federally secured jobs. A left that wants free rent. Free tuition. It sounds a lot like a socialist country. Socialist country that has failed. Will the progressives take over? Will AOC run in 2028? Maybe not so soon, but I think that's the path that the Democratic Party is going. What do you think? Comment down below. Like, subscribe. Ginger out.